Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Lorraine 39L AM. It's the Tier 3 French SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Murovanka, and this is an encounter battle. And the commander is Talon 1958. Now, the Lorraine 39L is armed with a 105mm gun. It's actually a converted French armoured personnel carrier. They took these armoured personnel carriers and mounted a 105mm gun onto them. Oh, gone into the bushes there. And then, in fact, in some cases, they actually mounted 15cm guns on top of these little troop carriers. They're quite little, nippy little vehicles. It's an interesting Arty to start with on the French line, or not to start with, because obviously the start is the FTBS, the conversion of the FT17. But this is quite an interesting start to the French Arty line, you might say, at Tier 3. Of course, the FTBS has a 75mm gun, whereas this particular one has a 105, so it's got a bit more power. Now, he's set up in a bush on the west side of the battlefield, and that's probably a good move to start with, because he's going to have to be firing at some of the enemy tanks that are going near the cap. There's a Panzer 1C. Now, it's a very fast little tank there, but you did see he had a red line there for a short while, and that's primarily because there was obstructions in the way. We've got a Saab M43, Tier 4 Swedish tank destroyer, and there's an M2, and that's a Tier 3 American medium. And he's firing over a ridgeline here. It's very difficult to get accurate shots. Oh, but he got a kill shot! 128 hit points. Great shot right over the ridgeline. And it's incredibly difficult to do that and get it to work. Now, that Panzer 1C is being a complete nuisance, but it looks to me like that barrel is in the way. He's fired a round in. Oh, but he got the kill shot! 108! Second kill of the game. Very efficient shooting here by Talon. Going for the Valentine 2. He's pulling around the corner near the cap area. Talon's marked his target area. Oh, but he pulled away because there's a bison over here, and he can dial in and take out that bison. That's a very dangerous Arty, a German Arty. There's the Valentine 2. Now, he's going for the M8A1, who thinks he's safe and he's stationary. That's another thing. Pick your targets. Aim for tanks that you think are going to be stationary, and stationary for long periods, because they'll make better targets, more accurate and much easier to hit. Styling in on the Valentine, making it sure that the reticule is nice and tight before he shoots. Fires a round in, gets a hit! 132 hit points, very accurate shooting here from Talon. He's marked where he thinks the Valentine 2 is, but he needs somebody to confirm it. There's another Valentine over there. Oh, now he can see the Valentine. He's loaded. Waiting for it to be stationary before he shoots. And he gets a shot in, hits it. 43 hit points. He must have hit some heavy armour. Dialing in again. His reload's fairly long. Now, that Valentine's still in the cap. In fact, the enemy have now got 3 in the cap. So the rest of the team need to move in quickly, otherwise they won't be able to get a reset in time. Of course, you've got to think about the fact there's 3 vehicles in the cap. Each of them are accumulating cap points. Getting just one will not do the full reset. Ah, right now, Talon can hit this Valentine. He's marked his target. He's indicated with the T key. Gonna go for the shot, and round out. Gets the kill shot, and resets part of the cap. Now, Valentine AT, that's a useful target to take out. Can get a reset, probably just wound it though. He's waiting for the reload to complete, marks his target, rounds out, and he gets a reset, and the Valentine's taken down. He got 118 hit points, and they've killed all of the enemy tanks in the cap, and that's it, game over. They won. Brilliant shooting there by Talon. Very effective over a ridgeline as well, which is incredibly difficult. And this was the result. He got a second class tanker. After all that work, he only got a second class. He was doing very, very well in that battle indeed. He also picked up a Bruiser Medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 8 in that battle. And unfortunately, there was no other awards, but you can see how well he did from the Win 8. It was 4,026, and this is another good reason for using Salty Jedi's record site, because it does tell you the Win 8, and you will see all of the medals if you're awarded medals that What Replays won't show whenever you upload to them. So let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get a reset on the cap. In fact, actually, if you look at the amount of damage done, he actually came second, and it was very effective damage that he did, because he did get resets. So came second with 766, just being beaten by the Electo, who managed to get 771, but he died in battle. Whereas when it came to kills, Talon was right up there at the top alongside Empire's 12. Both had 3 kills apiece, so they could have platooned and actually picked up a Brothers in Arms off that one. Again, shows that he was working extremely hard, that he got 3 kills. He was eligible for a Brothers in Arms. And when it came to base XP, he was second again, but just behind the Electo. 519 experience points, just behind the Electo with 530. Again, shows how much he was working during that battle. If we look at the detailed report, we find he fired only 7 shots. Only 7, but he got 5 direct hits, 5 penetration and 1 splash. So only one of his shots went astray. He did damage of 766 hit points, of which all of it was at more than 300 meters, basically from the other end of the battlefield. Or not completely from the other end of the battlefield, from the back of the map. He damaged 5 of the enemy, but killed 3 of them, and he did damage assistance of 52 hit points. And this is the good bit, he stopped 69 cap points. So he was just 1 short of what he needed to get the Defender's Medal. Because, of course, Defender's Medal is 70 cap points. So if only he'd scored 1 more cap point, he would have ended up with an epic medal on that battle. He earned 16,044 credits. He actually picked up another 16,044 credits for personal reserves bonus on a premium account, giving him a total of 32,088. And after ammunition resupply, because there was no damage to his vehicle whatsoever, he actually took away 31,192 credits. Now, if you're a winning tank in a tier 3 battle, you'd expect to see 1/3 of the value of this. Just again, this shows how hard he was working during that battle. He certainly earned those credits. He also earned 778 XP, got a personal reserves bonus for 389, meaning he took away 1,167 experience points altogether. But he did a beautiful job with the reset. I mean, that was fantastic. I mean, normally, as I said, if you've got 3 enemy in the cap, you have to hit all 3 because they're all accumulating cap points at the time. But he actually hit 2 of the tanks in the cap whilst they were capping. He took out the Valentine 2, he hit the Valentine anti-tank, and his teammates managed to deal with the other one. But if he'd got 1 more cap point, 1 more defense point I should say, he would have ended up with a medal. But he certainly deserved one for this battle, so well done Talon 1958. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.